परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजते तत्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः सन्न्यासयोगात् यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दह्रं विपापं परमेष्मभूतं यत्पुण्डरीकं पुरमध्यसर्गस्थं तत्रापि दह्रं गहनं विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यम् यो वेदादो स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
ஓம் நம சிவாயா. ஓம் அமிர்தேஸ்வரியே நமக. தெளிவு குருவின் திருமேனி காண்டல், தெளிவு குருவின் திருநாமம் செப்பல், தெளிவு குருவின் திருவார்த்தை கேட்டல், தெளிவு குரு ஒரு சிந்தித்தல் தானே என்கிறது திருமந்திரம். அமைதியின் இருப்பிடமாகவும் அருளின் வடிவமாகவும் ஞானத்தின் ஊற்றாகவும் நின்று ஆசிரியர்களாகிய நாங்கள் வாழ்வில் கடைபிடிக்க வேண்டிய கர்மயோகத்தை பற்றி விளக்கி கூறி எங்கள் மனதில் அமைதியை நிலைக்க செய்ய வருகை தந்திருக்கும் சுவாமிஜி சிவா அமிர்தானந்தபுரி ஐயா அவர்களின் பாதம் பணிந்து வணங்குகிறோம். வரவேற்புரை நல்கிட அமிர்த வித்யாலயம் நல்லாம்பாளையம் பள்ளியின் முதல்வர் திருமதி மங்கையர்க்கரசி அம்மா அவர்களை மேடைக்கு வருமாறு பணிவன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம்.
Om Amriteshwariye Namaga. I bow before the lotus feet of Amma and take a pride moment in welcoming our Swamiji Sivamritananda Puri. A divine welcome to a revered spiritual guide. With immense joy, reverence, heartfelt guidance, we extend our warmest welcome to our Swamiji, a deeply respected spiritual master and one of the senior disciples of revered Mother Amritanandamayi. Swamiji, your presence makes us the teachers' camp is truly blessing and moment of great spiritual significance. As guiding force behind the activities of Amritanandamayi Ashram in Thiruvananthapuram, your life stands as a shining example of devotion, discipline, compassion, and selfless service. For educators who shape young minds and futures, your words and guidance will serve as a powerful source of inspiration, inner strength, and clarity. We believe that your divine insights will not only enrich our teaching practices but also elevate our purpose as educators in nurturing values among the young children. Your first visit to this camp marks a sacred beginning. We feel deeply honored to receive you in our midst in this fine evening. Your presence will uplift our every heart and enlighten every mind and strengthen our commitment towards a holistic education. We humbly welcome you, Swamiji.
சுவாமிஜி அவர்களுக்கு மாலை அணிவிக்க ஸ்ரீ கோபிநாத் ஐடி ஏவி சிஏஓ அவர்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறேன்.
സ്നേഹാലോകസുമോഹനവദനാം കരുണാർദ്രാനതനയനാം രമ്യാം ശ്രിതജനപാലനവിഗ്രാം സൗമ്യാം അമൃതാനന്ദമയീം പ്രണമാമി. യാ ദേവീ സർവഭൂതേഷു മാതൃരൂപേണ സംസ്ഥിതാ നമസ്തസ്യൈ 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 നമോ നമഃ നമസ്തസ്യൈ നമോ നമഃ നമസ്തസ്യൈ നമോ നമഃ. ഇங்கே கூடிய എല്ലാ ആശീർവാദങ്ങൾക്കും നിങ്ങളുടെ പണിവാന വണക്കം. தமிழ் தெரியாது, ஆனால் கொஞ்சம் இங்கிலீஷு பேச போகிறேன். I don't know what aspects of Karma Yoga has been taught here in the previous sessions. Today I'll be speaking mainly about panchayajnas. I think you have already heard of it. How it is related to Karma Yoga, why it is important, how it can be made useful in our life. So one day, Swami Vivekananda, during his travel, after a long duration of meditation, came out to the deck of the ship and called out all his disciples. He said, "Today I could perceive the ultimate solution for the dharmic problems of Bharat, India. It is that all our people should follow these panchayajnas in accordance to our time. They should be taught to the children, should be made part of our education. Even though most of our rulers now, they are devotees of Vivekananda, I don't think this sentence has given much importance. So I want to speak about that because I think most of the people who are sitting here, they think they are Hindus. Am I sure? Am I wrong? Anybody who thinks he is not a Hindu, please raise your hands. Anyone who thinks that I belong to Hindu religion, please raise your hands. Can you find anywhere in our scriptures that we belong to Hindu religion? Can you find a word like Hindu in any of our scriptures? Any rishis, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, can you find a word Hindu there? Can you find a word religion there? Then how can we say that we belong to Hindu religion? And our Supreme Court clearly said that Hinduism is not a religion. It's a way of life. So we don't know who we are, at least we are not clear about who we are and how we are going to guide the future generations who have to build the new India. Without knowing our roots, we cannot build up a nation. And we cannot build our own life, actually. So first, you should know the meaning of the word Hindu. Today all of us, say that we are Indians because we belong to India, the nation India. So we call ourselves Indians. There was a time before the British came that this whole area, Afghanistan, Pakistan, today is India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Ceylon, Burma, Myanmar, all these nations together was known as Hindustan. The people of Hindustan were known as Hindus. There was no religious connotation. The people of Hindustan, whether they be Muslims or Christians, they were also known as Hindus abroad. When a Muslim from India goes to Arabia for Mecca, for Hajj, they are treated as Hindus. They are called as Hindus. And the Christians, when they go to Europe, their passport also they write as Hindu. That means today the word Hindu is a synonym of Indian or Bharatiya. So it has nothing to do with religion. But outside India, when inside India also, Hinduism is considered as a religion. So we should be clear, is there a religion called Hinduism? If so, what are its practices? What is the distinctive quality? What's the identity of that religion? Or what is the way of life which Supreme Court says that is Hinduism? These things are not defined so far. Today in our constitution we cannot convert to Hinduism. There is no way to convert to Hinduism. Suppose you are a Christian and you want to become a Hindu. There is no way to become a Hindu. You can join Brahma Samajam, then you have to obey their rules. They don't believe in idol worship. So if you want to be a Hindu, you can join Brahma Samajam and then deny idol worship. Or you can join ISKCON. They will say that Krishna is the only Supreme God and Shiva and all the gods are demigods only. So you have to believe it. But all Hindus does not say that idol worship is wrong. Or all Hindus does not believe in that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So there is no way to become a Hindu today. But there are thousands of ways to get out of Hinduism. If you take baptism, you become a Christian. Within few minutes, you dip in the water and you become another religion. And you know how to become a Muslim. At least if you know namaz, you can become a Muslim. So it's easy to go out of Hinduism. There's no way to come into Hinduism. So basically what is happening is the Hindu population is declining. Along with that, our cultural heritage is also declining. Before independence, before 1947, 99% of all Northeast population were Hindus. Today, about 98% of all Northeast population is Christians. That which British could not do with 200 years of rule, the independent India could do within 70 years. How was it possible? How did it happen? And it is happening now also. Now also our children, most of our children, your children also, they have not much value about, they don't give any importance for our Hindu rituals or practices or beliefs. They think most of these rituals are outdated. They are barbaric. So they just throw it out in the first instance and go for Islamic or Christian groups. So that's why I quoted Swami Vivekananda. He said, it is the panacea for all problems, dharmic problems of India. So we can say that a person who conducts or lives by panchayajnas, who do panchayajnas, can be called a Hindu. We can define like that because it's not my definition. It was Swami Vivekananda's vision. It was not his definition, it was his vision. So I think it should come true today or tomorrow. So this is one important thing. Panchayajnas you may know, or you can check ChatGPT and it will answer what are the panchayajnas. But what he said is it should be practiced according to our times. That is where maybe I can say something with my experience with my life with Amma and some little learning of our scriptures. So you know the panchayajnas are 5. You know the names Brahmayajna or Rishiyajna, Devayajna, Narayajna or Manushayajna, Bhudayajna and Pitrayajna. So Brahmayajna, if you go for the textbook definition, it is to study Vedas and teach Vedas. Is it possible today? Can any of you daily, the panchayajnas are rituals we should do every day. Just we are taking our bath, brushing our teeth. We should do these panchayajnas every day. This was done by all our ancestors, beginning from our rishis, saptarshis, Krishna, Rama, Buddha, everybody, Jaina, Mahavira, sorry. It is said in our Itihasas, Puranas, Vedas, and Tantric texts, everywhere these panchayajnas are exalted. And in Lalita Sahasram also, there are mantras, panchayajna, priya, like that. So these are very important, and it was a core practice of Hinduism. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that, Bhagavan says that, Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayado mahado bhayan. If you practice dharma, at least a little, it will save you from great fear, the fear of death. So in our all textbooks, we can see the word dharma. And in North India also, there is no word for religion. The word for religion is dharma. So religion is a Western concept which they have imposed upon us. When the British came here, they could not define the religion of this land because everybody have his own practices, his own ideas of God. There are different rituals, different languages. So they could not make out a religion out of it. So what they did, whatever they could cut off from this, what is called Hindu practices, they cut off Buddhism as a separate religion because there was a tradition of gurus there. And they cut off Jainism as a separate religion. They have got a tradition of Tirthankaras. They cut off Sikhism as a separate religion. They wanted to cut off Shaivism, Vaishnavism, etc. also as separate religions, but they could not do that. Because when you go to a Shiva temple, definitely you can see an idol of Ganesha, Ganapati there. Pillar is there in all temples. If you go to a Vaishnava temple also there is pillar. If you go to a Devi temple also there is pillar. And you can see that if you go to Rameshwaram, the Shivalingam was installed by Sri Rama. Sri Rama is the avatar of Vishnu. And in Kashi, it is believed that when people die at Kashi, Lord Visheshwara, Shiva, comes near them and chant the mantra of Rama to their ear for moksha. So Shiva is giving the mantra of Rama to the dying people for liberation. And Rama is worshipping Shiva as supreme God. So how can they divide between Vaishnavites and Shaivites? They could not do it. So they stopped there and said that the people who belong to this Vedic lore, people who believe in Vedas as the fundamental pramanam of Hinduism, they are Hindus. Other people who live in the tribal people who live in the hilly areas, who don't practice the Vedic rituals, they are not Hindus. So they can be converted to Christianity easily. Worshipping, that is part of Hindus beliefs. You can see it in panchayajnas. But they said that is foolish because sun and moon are creations of God, and God is not sun and moon. So you should come to the true religion, that is Christianity. So they could be easily converted. The unfortunate thing is, about 90% of the schools in northeast states were run by Vivekananda Kendra. These students who came out of the school, they had no idea of what is Hinduism. Because we are secular state, we never teach anything about our religion or rituals in our classes. It does not teach the importance of our way of life in our classes. So they came out of our school and went into Christianity. Nowadays also, we can see what is happening in India. White collar terrorism. The educated people, highly educated people, they are going after terrorism. They are going after jihad. Because they could not find any meaning in Hindu way of life. They believe that if they kill these Hindus or convert these Hindus, they can get a eternal life after death. So this belief could be instilled in them very easily. Because we never gave a clear idea of what is Hinduism. So these panchayajnas, I will come to panchayajnas. I will once more repeat the idea that Vivekananda gave, that a person who practices panchayajna can be defined as a Hindu. This is only idea now. It should be accepted by our government. It should be declared by our government. Then only it becomes a law. But at least we can tell our children in our classrooms what's the importance of panchayajna and why by practicing them you become a Hindu. By culture and civilization, not by religion. And what's the role of religion and what's the role of dharma? What's the difference between them? Dharma, as we know the definition, dhareti iti dharma, that which sustains our society, whole life, that is dharma. So dharma is universal. It does not belong to a particular nation or particular area, geography. It is universal. Anybody who practices dharma, he will have lasting prosperity, he will have lasting peace. That's the most common way to self-realization or moksha or liberation, whatever you call it. So dharma is the common practice for everybody. A person who lives by dharma can attain moksha or liberation. There are many practical ways for that. We have got karma yoga, jnana yoga like that you know that. I don't go for that now. So, religion as defined by the Westerners is part of dharma. It is like a branch of a tree. Even if you cut off the branch, the tree will not perish. And it will sprout another branches, so many different branches. So religions can be many. You can create new religions. But dharma is the same for everybody. Dharma is the foundation of our religions. Only upon dharma, a religion can last long. It can only be sustained for a long period only on the foundation of dharma. So we'll come to panchayajnas and how it is related to karma yoga also we'll see. So panchayajnas are 5. First is Brahma Yajna. We saw that we cannot today learn Vedas. To learn Veda, you should know Sanskrit, Vyagaranam, Kalpam, and Jyotisham. All these things you have to do. You should know the Vedas. First, you should know the Veda mantras. They are about 20,000 or more than 20,000. And you should know the Vyagaranam. You should know the Kalpa, Shiksha, Jyotisham, and the Upavedas, Dhanurvedam, Ayurvedam, all those things. So all those things it takes a whole lifetime to learn. So it is not possible nowadays. So essence of Veda, the essential knowledge part of Veda is Upanishad. Even number of Upanishads is more than 108. And some of the Upanishads are very big, like Brihadaranya Upanishad. It is not easy to learn those Upanishads. So again, we go to the quintessence of Upanishads, that is Bhagavad Gita. There are only 700 slokas, mantras. They are the words of the Lord Himself. I don't like the word Lord. We can say Bhagavan Himself. We consider Sri Krishna as the Purnavatar. So the words of Krishna is the words of God in Himself. The Bhagavad Gita comes as a part of our Itihasa, Mahabharata, and it is believed that Mahabharata was written by? No, it was not written by Vedavasa. It is believed that it was written by Ganesha Pillayar. So it is the words of Bhagavan, said by Bhagavan and written by also Bhagavan. It was actually meant not for Arjuna, because in the war field, just after the Shanks and everything is brought, just a few moments before the starting of the war, why should a person give a detailed explanation about Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, all those things? Can you practice there in the war field? So that is not meant for Arjuna alone. It was meant for all generations that has to come in future. Unfortunately, we never paid attention to the Bhagavad Gita. We never tried to understand it properly and understand Krishna. If you look back at our history, we can see how it has affected us. You can see the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, he was a strong believer he himself believed that I am a Sanatani Hindu. And he read Bhagavad Gita every day. He also wrote a explanation, Vyakhyanam of Bhagavad Gita. Still, what was his ideology, what he said during the India-Pakistan partition? There was a lot of riots. The Hindus were being killed by Muslims. Gandhi was saying, even if they kill you, let them kill you. Don't resist them. Don't fight them. The same words that Arjuna is saying in Bhagavad Gita in the starting first chapter. Even if they kill me, I am ready to die, but I cannot kill them. The same words that Arjuna says to Krishna, Gandhi is saying to our people. Gandhi was reading Bhagavad Gita every day. He's a strong devotee. And he says that you should not resist himsa. You should let the Muslims kill you. Even then, you should not retaliate them. So that is not the message of Bhagavad Gita. That's not what Krishna says to Arjuna. This is what Arjuna says to Krishna, not what Krishna says to Arjuna. So even if a person who is so devoted and who has read a lot of Bhagavad Gita and has given a commentary on that, even if he could not understand Krishna, what about others, common people? Most of our generation, they have never read Bhagavad Gita, never thought about it. They don't know the value of it also. I don't know how many universities in India, Bhagavad Gita is a textbook. But in many Western universities, Bhagavad Gita is a textbook. In various schools, in business schools, in other branches of politics and also warfare, in different ways. Even food technology, Bhagavad Gita is a textbook. In so many different fields, Bhagavad Gita is used as a textbook in many Western universities. I don't know how many universities in India we are teaching Bhagavad Gita. And even if we teach Bhagavad Gita, we teach the commentary of Shankaracharya, the Advaita commentary, or Ramanuja maybe, the Vedantic commentaries, which are of very little use for the current generation. So we can say that instead of learning Vedas and teaching Vedas, we can say that learning Bhagavad Gita, at least one sloka a day. Even if you learn one sloka a day, within 2 years you can by heart the whole Bhagavad Gita. It will be applicable in all spheres of life, throughout your life. And it is also very useful for children if they learn the slokas first, without going for much detailed explanation of the meaning. First, let them learn the slokas, and slowly, over a period of time, they can go to the deeper meaning of those slokas. That's the beauty of our Sanskrit language. We say there are many names for Krishna. We say Krishna is, one of the name of Krishna is Gopala. Gopala means, Go means cow. Gopala means who tends cows, rears cows. So we tell children that Krishna is Gopala. He plays with cows, he loves cows. He takes the cows with him to the forest and takes them back. That's why he is called Gopala. But as they learn more, they come to know that the word meaning go also means our indriyas. Jnanendriyas and karmendriyas. So Gopala means one who controls our jnanendriyas and karmendriyas. So one who sits within us, who acts, who uses our karmendriyas and jnanendriyas as tools. He is Krishna. So that Krishna is not a person outside who is rearing cows. He is also the entity within us who controls our sense organs and organs of action. And again, if you go a little more, you can see that Go also means all our planetary, all these celestial objects, all our cosmos. So the person who controls the cosmos, the cosmic power, universal power, that's also Krishna. So the word doesn't change. The word is Gopala itself, but the meaning changes as the person grows, as the person understands more about Krishna. So this is the beauty of the language. Likewise, also we can learn more and more from Bhagavad Gita every day. till the last breath. The slokas will give different meanings every day when you read it, when you learn it. That's first part of Brahmayajna. Brahmayajna has got another name that's called Rishiyajna. According to tradition, all of us belong to Saptarshis, 7 sages, and people who especially Brahmin community, they have their gotras. These gotras mainly belong to these Saptarshis, Vasishta Gotra, Vamadeva Gotra. All these gotras belong to Rishis. So all of us are actually grandchildren of Rishis. And all Rishis, the common teachings of all those Rishis, starting from Brahma, you can say, to Amma, Brahma to Amma, the common teaching, can you say that in one word? The teachings may be different outwardly. The Patanjali teaches something, and Shankaracharya teaches something else. There is a common thread. The common thing all of these Rishis have taught us is know yourself, know thyself, know ourselves. That is what all Rishis have taught us, the common, most common sentence. That's LCM. So that is also part of Brahmayajna. That's the important part of Brahmayajna. Know who you are. Our book says you are Atma. How many of you have realized that you are Atma? I don't think many of us can realize that we are Atma, actually experience that. That's the ultimate goal of human life. Not all of us can reach that stage in this present lifetime. Maybe if we can, but that's not sure. That's not a common thing for everybody. But all of us have got a role in our life. Because each one of us are created uniquely. There is no other creation like us anywhere in history. And God is not going to create another person like you in future also. So there are certain special qualities, special talents hidden within you. And there are some weaknesses also. So you have to discover it yourself. This is the treasure hidden within yourself by God. Only when you find it and reveal it and expose it to the world, then only you can have a life of fulfillment. Then only you will get satisfaction in your life. Then only you can work with your full potential. So this is each one of you, your life mission is to find out what is my life mission. What is my niyoga? What is the word usually used is niyoga. What is that God meant with this body and mind structure? What I can contribute to the world? You may not be able to find out today or tomorrow. It may take a lifetime. Some days you may not be able to find out till the last breath. But that is our duty. Every day, look within and search, what is my life mission? How can I fulfill it? What steps I can take today, or what I have taken today, or what I have to do tomorrow to progress in that path. I'll say just 2 examples. In our Prime Minister, during his youth period, he went to Himalayas to become a sannyasi. Today he may be sitting in some ashram and doing lectures like this. But Swamis of Rameshna Math, they told him that this is not your life mission. Your mission is to serve the nation, and you have to go in that direction. he took the advice and went with that. And now he is rewriting the history of India. He's creating a new India. And he is at this age, more than 70 years age. He can work 20 hours a day without any tiresome. During Navaratri, he takes only water for 9 days. Still, he works for 20 hours a day. And from where this energy comes? The energy comes from the universal powerhouse. Because he is just a tool for the energy to work through, act through him. Because he has found his mission and he is totally dedicated to it. I told you this panchayajnas, this Hindu way of life is not, it has nothing to do with religion. All religions are included in that. You can see the life history of Abdul Kalam. After his retirement as a scientist, he was a reputed scientist. He was known as the missile man of India. He got a very good career. After retirement, he went to colleges and was giving lectures. And he came to Amrita Vidyalayam also. After the lecture in the college, he came to meet Amma. Amma usually asks everybody what you want, what you like. So she also asked Kalam. And he said, I want to talk directly to at least 2 lakh youths to inspire them about their role in building a new India. So I was very much impressed by that because it's a selfless motive. I said, I will Sankalpikam. Sankalpikam means I will take resolve. So afterwards, very soon after that, it was time for electing the President of India. And Sri O. Rajagopal, who was a member of Central Cabinet at that time, he was a devotee of Amma. He asked Amma, whom you suggest as the President of India? And Amma suggested the name of Kalam. And Rajagopal gave this information to Vajpayee, who has already read his book, The Wings of Fire. So he took that advice and he made Kalam the President of India. Kalam was never a politician. For the first time, a scientist is being selected as the President of India. Even without his ever thinking, this idea was never in his thoughts also. Now he could speak not only with the 2 lakhs people, more than 2 crores of youth he could speak. He could inspire them. And his last breath he took on a platform like speaking like this, he had his last breath. So his life mission he found out after retirement, after a successful career. And he could do it well also. So there's so many stories are there. The Prabhupada who started the ISKCON movement, he went to America with only Bhagavad in his hand with no money. He started in the streets of New York. He sang the praise of Lord and danced. And some hippies and people who are addicted to drugs came to him. They also danced with them. And they were his first disciples. And during his lifetime, after 70, he could build up the whole ISKCON, worldwide ISKCON, big movement. That was his life mission. He could find it at that age. So all of you have got a life mission. You have got a career. You are teachers now. That itself is a great career. And maybe for most of you, that itself may be your life mission. For some of you, it may not be. So that's the first thing. So Brahmayajna is every day before you go to sleep. At least when you lay down for sleeping, at least think, what is my life mission? How can I find it and fulfill it? So sometimes you may need the guidance of a guru. That's the importance of Amma. While alive, we can always go to meet, ask for guidance. What subject I should take for the students I am especially telling. Which career I should take, pick up, all those things we can ask Amma. So the first thing, second thing is Devayajna. So we should know the meaning of Yajna. Yajna has got three meanings according to Sanskrit. First is Deva Puja, worship of deities. Second is Dana. Dana means giving what is called charity, doing charity. And third is Sangathikarana. Sangathikarana means collecting all inputs together in a collective work for a common purpose, which is also to fulfill our personal desires also. So we want to fulfill our desire. So we take the help of other people also, so that they also get benefited. Myself is also benefited. The nature is benefited. The society is benefited. So that is called yajna. So panchayajna means 5 acts that will benefit ourselves, our family, our community, the nature as a whole. That is 5 yajnas that we have to do every day. The first yajna I already told you. At least study our scriptures, a few lines from our scriptures, and teach others about it, and explain to our children or our students about it. And second is find out what is your life mission. And now comes Deva Yajna. What is Deva? Devada. According to Vedic belief, Vedic system, Amma also says that this universe is the visible form of God. That means every object we see, it has 2 parts. The material part that we see, we experience, we perceive. And there is another, a divine spark within that thing, that which cannot perceive, but that which gives power, which gives life for that object. So according to Vedas, there are deities for behind every object, living and non-living, abstract and concrete. Everything has got a deity behind it. There is deity for time, there is deity for space, there is deity for directions, there is deity for our eyes, ears, hands, legs, everything. The deity of our leg or feet is Lord Vishnu. That is why we touch the feet of our elders. We are not touching that person, we are worshipping, we are honoring Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is the one who sustains the whole world. So we are worshipping Vishnu by touching the feet of our elders and teachers. And the Lord of our eyes is Sun. So the deity of Sun has got 2 places to abide by. One is the sun we see outside. Other is within us as Sun God, that gives power for our eyes to see, perceive things and understand it. So likewise, there are deities, so many deities according to Vedas. That's why we have got 33 Kodi. 30 Kodi means million, I don't know. 33 Kodi Devagal, we say. Those 33 Kodi Devagal means at least so many objects have got so many Devatas. Then they reduced it to 33 and then to 12, 3 like that. So Devatas are deities and they are related to our life by many ways. There are deities in our Grama, there is Grama Devada, there is Kula Devada, there is Ishta Devada. There may be a family for our, there may be a deity for our family, there may be a deity for our community, there may be a deity for our village. All these deities can bless us if we keep a relation with them. If you just worship them, if you just pay respects to them, you get the blessings of our Kula Devada, our Paradevada, our Ishtadevada, Gramadevada, all these blessings we can always get. This is the advantage of Hinduism. You don't have to know much about that. You don't have to find out the details, the nature, the shape, figure, nothing. You just say their names, say their mantras, you just pay respect and you get the blessings. So, all our religious practices, all over the world, they all belong to Devajna. We have to define like that. Our books may say that Devajna means doing some Vedic yajnas. But nowadays, we have to define all religious practices, all types of worshipping the Lord or the divine power. We can call us Devajna. So, doing namas is Devajna. Doing prayers at church. Whatever religious activities you are doing to praise the Lord or to get connected with the Lord, they all can be called as Devajna. Our prayers, our temple worship, our pujas, mantra japa, archana, dhyana, tirthadan, vratas, all those things belong to Devajna. The most important Devajna is Japajna. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Yajnanam Japajñosmi. Among yajnas, I am Japajna. So Japajna means you have to take a mantra and chant it throughout your life. During your olden times, in our education system, when you join for learning to the Gurukulam, first thing they advise you is Gayatri Mantra. So you have to chant the mantra every day at least 3 times throughout your life, not only throughout your student life, throughout it until your death, you have to chant this Gayatri Mantra every day, 3 times, at least 2 times. So this gave the meaning of Gayatri Mantra, you know. Let our intelligence be shining. So it gives a bright intelligence, holistic vision. That is how good we had so many jnanis in our Bharat, in India. All learned people, they could bring out their talents through this mantra, through the power of this Gayatri Mantra. So, we should also inspire our students, our children, to take a mantra, if possible, from Mahatmas like Amma, and chant it daily without break. At least 108 times, one mala, at least minimum. And another thing which Amma also advises is that we should do the Lalita Sahasranama Archana. That is to give the minimum material prosperity so that there will not be any shortage of food and clothing. Minimum material requirements you will get for your family. And if the family members sit together and chant this Sahasranama every day, that gives mutual support for their wishes. For example, in a family, some parents may naturally think that their children should get good marks in the schools, class exams. So what they are doing nowadays is they go to temple and do some pujas or donate some money there. Instead, if they chant these mantras sitting together, their mantras will also help this child to get better marks. So getting married or getting a job, whatever the family desires, common desire, they can be fulfilled by sitting together and chanting this Lalita Sahasranama mantra. It also gives there's a love bonding between the family members by doing the chanting. It's a short form of chanting the Vedic mantras. You know, the mantra, beauty of Vedic mantra is the sound should be harmonious. When 1,000 people chant the Veda mantras, it should be heard as one person chanting it. The same applies to the Lalita Sahasranama also. We should chant it to the same tune, same intonation, then it will have maximum benefits. So that's the second thing. Devayajna means all religious activities. And third is Narayajna, and our text may say that it is Athithi Puja. We should give importance for Athithi, a person who comes to us without knowing anything about him. It was important during olden times when people go for Tirthadanam, go for places of worship by foot without taking any money. They can go to any house, ask for alms, they get food there, they are able to sleep there in any house. People will always welcome a person who go for Tirthadanam. So that was why this system came into existence. But when the foreigners came to our land, we also accepted them. We invited into our land. We believed them. And if you study the history of India, the Islamic invasion took place mainly by cheating, by breaking the promises. They could easily conquer us because we believed them without knowing their nature. So today, we cannot say that Athithi Yajnam is Narayajnam. I have to change it. Today, Athithi Yajnam, to the Narayajnam is basically, it's a community service. We should be a collective activities. You should work with some organization. Any organization you like. You have got a teachers association. Now this is an organized activity. So all such organized activity, we should find some time every day to spend in some organized activity. That is Narayajna. That's a new definition of Narayajna. And the fourth thing is Bhudayajna. Bhuda means Panjabhudas, basically. So we should keep these Panjabhudas, earth, air, water, fire and sky, pure, clean. Because our body is made up of Panjabhutas. If suppose we are cleaning our floors or toilet with some chemicals, acids, what happens to it? We clean it and it goes to the earth, it goes to the groundwater, it goes to the rivers, and it comes back to our corporation water, municipal water, and we are drinking it. We can clean our floor with natural materials. We used to clean our floor without these chemicals few years back. We clean our vessels with ashes and mud. Now you are using all chemicals whose impact on our body we don't know, but it comes back to us. So when we pollute our earth, when we pollute our water or pollute our air, the damage is happening to our own body. So we should keep these things clean. And second thing is, we should also try to protect all living forms, plants and animals, birds, even insects. All those things together give us the food we eat. In our scriptures, it is said that a person a grihastha, householder, before he take his food, he should also always water the plants in his house, feed the animals and birds, feed the guests and the children and workers. Only after that, they can take food. And in many houses, there was this custom till last few years. Before closing the outside door, they just ask, is there any person who is hungry? So without feeding a hungry person, they will not take the last supper. Suppose we are eating we are taking food and a stray dog is looking at us without any food, we ignore it. Usually we ignore it. That means the next life, how can we say that we will not be in that position, the position of a stray dog? There is no guarantee. The hunger and thirst is same for all living forms. A crow, a dog, a cat, an ant. For every living being, hunger and thirst is same. When we are thirsty, we take a tender coconut water and we drink it. But when that coconut plant is thirsty, it cannot come to our house and take water and drink it. We have to go and put water for that plant. So we owe to the living world everything for our food and clothing and everything. So we have to protect them, we have to respect them. That is why when we do this puja for Tulasi and all, we are worshipping all this plant kingdom by worshipping this Tulasi. By worshipping cow during Mata Pongal especially, we are worshipping all these animal and birds through this cow. So this respect, this protection of animals and birds, we should do as a daily activity. And last is Pitrayajna or Pitrayajna daily activities is Tarpanam. And also Bali is also there that we do once in a year. But daily activity is Tarpanam. The act of Tarpanam is just you take a handful of water, turn towards sun after taking bath, and offer these waters, doing some prayers, chanting some mantras. And during this Tarpanam, actually Pitru Tarpanam, we are not, Pitrus means from our parents backwards to all our generations to the Saptarshis. All of them belongs to our Pitrus. So actually we are all grandchildren of Vishwamitra, Vashishta, Sri Krishna, Vyasa, Buddha, Rama, Sita, Savitri. We are all grandchildren of all those great beings. And their DNA, their genes are within us. That is what we owe to our heritage. We should pay attention to them. Only when we pay attention to that, we can grow these qualities within us. So the potential is there. We have to tap it. That is why this simple custom is being practiced, ritual is being practiced. So during this Tarpana, actually we are not only doing Tarpana for our Pitrus, we are also doing Tarpana for our Guru, our Devadas, Ishta Devada, Kula Devada, even all mankind or living beings. To our own self, we are doing Tarpana. Atma Tripyada. Atma means myself. So we are doing Tarpana for all divine entities that protect us, they help us, they support us. We are expressing our gratitude towards them. Suppose we want to grow a beautiful garden in front of our yard. We have to plant the right seedlings, put water every day, and protect it from weeds and everything. Then we can bring a beautiful garden. Suppose we neglect it. Now I think very few of you are doing this Tarpanam every day. We are neglecting it usually. Then what happens? We are having the genes of Rama and Krishna, not only the genes of Rama and Krishna, we also have the genes of all the invaders in our country. You can read their cruel activities in history books, modern history books. We also have the genes of Kauravas, Duryodhana, Dushasana, Pudana, Shurpanaga. All those genes are also within us. So in order to grow a garden, we have to pay attention to the seedlings and we have to pay attention every day to water the plants. But if we left our front yard empty without doing anything, the weeds will grow naturally without our doing anything. There will be thorns, everything will be there. So that is what is happening in our society. We can see how much cruelty is taking place against children, against women. Those things which we have never heard of it. Even in Mahabharata, these things are not described. What types of cruelty is taking place nowadays in society. Because these, our asuric tendencies, they grow without our doing anything. Our inaction itself is a good fertilizer for the asuric qualities to grow. So it is important that we at least remember that I am the child of Amma, I am the grandchild of Krishna, I am the grandchild of Rama, and I must uphold their honor. And it is there. It is a scientific fact that these genes are within you. Just evoke them, just wake up them. That's all you have to do. So this is important that you teach these things to our students. And I would suggest you have got a lot of things to learn nowadays, especially your subject and the changing technology. And once we are giving information to the children, nowadays our mobile or tablet can give more information than we can do. So passing of the information is not a big thing nowadays. We also have to learn along with our children, our students, the new changes in our field of studies. What is happening in physics or chemistry or like that. We have to study along with our children, along with our students. We also have to take the help of AI and Google for learning. But what we can do is what only we can do that Google cannot do is you should know the name and background of each of your students personally. Should take some time to know their background, their talents, what are their weak points. And if you talk to them personally, find with each student at least some time, any time during your 1 year, at least 1 year, these children will be within your control. So find some time and your few words with love and care, that will be remembered by them throughout their life. And I suggest that we should also, now you are coming from our different schools are coming together for this camp. It's a great get-together. So likewise, we should give an opportunity for students to come back to our school once in a year, maybe during Emma's Karthika birthday star, or some other day, school foundation day, whatever day you like, for alumni students to come back to your school and spend a day with their teachers and other students and show their talents, have some activities there. So this is part of Narayajna. Keep that connection, human connection. The knowledge is now available for machines, but you cannot build a character from machine. You cannot make a man, a human, true person out of machine. Only you can guide these students to find out their life mission, to inspire them, to guide them, to love them. And if you look back, all of you can just think of the persons who have influenced you most in your childhood days. Definitely there will be the name of at least 1 or 2 teachers, minimum. maybe more teachers. So this is a great profession. As a profession, it is great. So in that, this is the my idea of Karma Yoga, because you have to practice it first. You have to do those five things first. Then you can tell other people that this is the essence of Hinduism. What's the importance? I will finish. I have got 5 minutes, I think so. I think it is 6:20. So I'll finish what's the importance of this practice, how it can change the history of India. Nowadays, you know that a Shia Muslim and a Sunni Muslim, can they sit together and pray? Is it possible? Is it possible? Today's life, you know that it's not possible, because Shia Muslim does not accept a Sunni Muslim as a true Muslim. Both of them does not accept a Sufi as a Muslim. And all of them does not accept a Ahmadi as a Muslim. So they kill each other. The same fight you can see between, they don't kill, but they fight. You can see in between Catholics and Protestants. And nowadays, this, what is called, what's the most, Pentecost, right? Pentecost. They don't agree with each other. They cannot worship in a common church. But if you accept this as the essence of Hinduism, the Hindu culture, panchayajna is the hallmark of Hindu culture, Hindu civilization. All Indians are Hindus. Who accept this culture and live by this culture are Hindus. So a Christian can be a Hindu if he wants to be. A Muslim can be a Hindu by practicing these panchayajnas, because life mission is common for all Hindus and Christians and everybody. So everything is, all these things, protecting nature, in paying respect for their ancestors. All these things are common. The only difference comes in worshipping their gods, you can say, god or gods. So in Hinduism, what we are giving is, we are giving full freedom to choose your belief, choose your Godhead, and worship in your own way, without interfering with others' faith. That's the hallmark of Hinduism. So if you create a group of Hindu Muslims, Hindu Christians, that means the persons for accepting this way of life. Because all Muslims in India, all Christians in India are also grandchildren of Krishna, Rama and Buddha and Rishis. They have got this culture within their genes, within their DNA. They should accept the truth, they accept the fact, scientific fact, that these qualities are there. They are willing to accept it. They can continue to worship Allah or Jehovah. And they can also come together, a Shia, Sunni, a Sufi, Hindu, Buddhist, everybody can sit together and pray their own gods in their own ways without any conflict. That's the only way we can bring down the terrorism, political Islam. That's the only way where Christian or Muslim with common sense can come out of the influence of political Islam and this, what you call, Christian, there's a word for that, I don't remember that, for Christians who are bent upon conversion. Not only evangelists, there's another word for that, okay. So you can come out with the people, actually a real Muslim does not want to do jihad in their life. I mean, common Muslims. But they have no place to stay. They don't have a community to support them. if you accept this as a cultural heritage that Muslims also share, we can create a Hindu-Muslim group in India. We can create a Hindu-Christian group in India. That means these Christians, these Muslims who want to live in peace with other Hindus, other communities, they have a place to stay. They have a communal support for them. So that's the only way for real integration of India. Otherwise, if the situation goes like this, every day the gap between Muslims and Hindus will grow. Nowadays, how can a Hindu believe a Muslim doctor, a Muslim shopkeeper, a Muslim hotel, restaurant? How can a Hindu with full faith take food from there? It is not possible. Already the gap has been created. If you want to fulfill, if you want to change it, you have to understand this, accept it, teach these things to our children who belongs to Christianity and Muslim, Islam also, because we all belong to same Mother India. So I will say Mother Bharat Mata, not Mother India, Bharat Mata. So Bharat Mata ki jai. Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Swamiji. We extend a heartfelt gratitude for the enlightening message. Swamiji's words were calm yet powerful, bringing peace to the mind and light to the heart. We sincerely thank Swamiji for highlighting the values of Hinduism, encouraging us to understand and uphold our culture and tradition with awareness and responsibility. Thank you, Swamiji, for illuminating our minds and hearts with wisdom, devotion, and the path of Karma Yoga.
Namaskar teachers, just a piece of information. Somebody has left your mobile phone in the dining hall. It shows Raghavendran. Om Namah Shivaya. Let us start the valedictory function. I request Sri Prajal Prakash to lead us in the reflexive silence.
Om Namah Shivaya teachers. Before the concluding session, let us reflect the camp. All sit erect. Just all leave the materials a little away.
Bharat Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Jaya Bharat Vande.
Amarteshwaryai Namaha.
Keep your hands on your thighs.
Om Amarteshwaryai Namaha. Om Amarteshwaryai Namaha. Mandasmita Shrimukhi. Amrita.
We are at the end of the Slot 1 Cultural Education Camp on the topic Karma Yoga. What have we been learned, at the same time experienced for the past 3+ days? Start from the day 1, 18th evening. Started with the session bhajan. Just bring to your mind what was going on. Relax and recall the session. And the instructions given. Next, after the presentation, paper presentation on various topics, recall one by one. 2 presentations were there in the first day. After the same, we were taken to the Annapurneshwari Hall. After having the delicious dinner, bring to your mind the cultural program was staged by Erode School. That was the end of the first day. Moving to the second, 19 April. Early morning, we were there in the ground. The yoga session, Amrita integrated meditation technique. Next, after the breakfast, the first session, Karmayogam for the teachers, given by Brahmachari Sivamritananda Chaitanya ji. Recall the essence. After we had 2 paper presentation in English, next session 2 was guided by Ms. Rani Ravindran. Try to recall a few points which were discussed. Camp song was activated. Try to recall a few lines. And in the afternoon, session 3, given by Brahmachari Ramananda Amrita Chaitanya ji. Followed by the teacher's paper presentation in English. Try to connect in the evening, a beautiful bhajan sandhya guided by Swami Purnamritananda Puriji. We received prasad from Swamiji. After the dinner, cultural programs were on the stage from the schools of Nallampalayam, Tirupur and Trichy. The day 3, 20th April, same yoga session on the ground. Try to recall a few asanas which we were taught. Nine AM, the third session 1 given to us by Swami Purnamritananda Puriji. Try to recall the valuable divine words. And after paper presentation in Tamil, followed by the session taken by Shri Krishna Jagannathanji. In the afternoon, one session was taken by Brahmachari Atma Prakash Amrita Chaitanya ji. Next, after the evening bhajan, three Tamil presentations by the teachers were taken place. Next, after the dinner, cultural activities by Kalapatti and Madurai school. Next 21st April, that means today, the session started by Brahmachari Atma Prakash Amrita Chaitanya ji. Followed by a session on Karmayogam for teachers, Swami Chaitanyananda ji. After that, quiz prelims. Attended 25 questions. After selected teachers were participated in the finals. We, as per subjects, moved to different halls for listening the future academic. After the tea break, we just were listening Swami Sivamritananda Puriji's words. Now the entire session, what we have learned started impacting. Shravanam process over, moving to the Mananam. Inhale thrice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Open your eyes. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, sir. Now it's time to showcase our gratitude to our motherland. I request Sri Mahesh to lead us in the camp song. I request everyone to rise up to sing the camp song. The music teachers from other schools can join him.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् भारत वन्दे मातरम् जय भारत वन्दे मातरम् भारत वन्दे मातरम् जय भारत वन्दे मातरम् தாயின் தாளில் வாழ்வாம் மலரால் அர்ச்சனை செய்திட விரைகின்றோம் தளர்ந்திட மாட்டோம் பெரும் புயல் வரினம் வழிபட விரைந்து செல்கின்றோம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம். இமய பர்வதம் சிரசாகிடவே எத்தனை உயர்ந்த நெற்றியடா, எத்தனை உயர்ந்த நெற்றியடா. இணையடி தன்னை கடல் கழுவிட எத்தனை அழகிய தேசமடா, எத்தனை அழகிய தேசமடா. பச்சை பசுமை ஆடையணிந்தார், பச்சை பசுமை ஆடையணிந்தார். இறைவி தன்னை பாடுகிறோ, இறைவி தன்னை பாடுகிறோ. வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம். வான் புகழ் கங்கை கழுத்தினில் மாலை, எத்தனை மாலைகள் நதியாலே, எத்தனை மாலைகள் நதியாலே. விந்திய மலையும் சாத்த புறாவும் ஒட்டியானமாய் அணி செய்ய, ஒட்டியானமாய் அணி செய்ய. வஜ்ரகரமாய் சக்யாத்ரி மலை, வஜ்ரகரமாய் சக்யாத்ரி மலை. வீர பராக்கிரமம் விளக்கிடுது, வீர பராக்கிரமம் விளக்கிடுது. வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம். எவரெதிரேயும் தலை குனியாத தன்மானத்தின் வடிவமடா, தன்மானத்தின் வடிவமடா. எங்கள் தாயை தாக்கிய படைகள் மண்ணுடன் மண்ணாய் மறைந்ததடா, மண்ணுடன் மண்ணாய் மறைந்ததடா. எதிரியை வென்று வாகை சூடினார், எதிரியை வென்று வாகை சூடினார். ஏற்புடையன்னை வாழியவே, ஏற்புடையன்னை வாழியவே. வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம். பாரத வந்தே மாதரம், ஜெய பாரத வந்தே மாதரம். பாரத வந்தே மாதரம், ஜெய பாரத வந்தே மாதரம். தாயின் தாளில் வாழ்வா மலரால் அர்ச்சனை செய்திட விரைகின்றோ. தளர்ந்திட மாட்டோம் பெரும் புயல் வரினும் வழிபட விரைந்து செல்கின்றோ. வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம், வந்தே மாதரம்.
Thank you, teachers. That was really awesome. Let us clap for ourselves. Our heartfelt thanks to Sri Mahesh and Srimati Priya for leading us in the camp song. Teachers, please take the song to our students and our parents by singing the song on special occasions. Please do that. Thank you, teachers. Good attitude of a student is to learn from the mistakes, and the good attitude of a teacher is to correct the mistakes with motherly affection. I request Srimati Sundari, former academic director of Amrita Vidyalayam, to give the overall comment on all the paper presentations.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. My humble pranams and prostrations at the love-bounded lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru, Amma, seeking her blessings and seeking your blessings, all the Swaminijis and Swamijis, brahmacharis, academic advisors, educational officers, principals, vice principals, headmistress, and all the administrative staff members, and my dearmost teachers. I'm not going to be very formal because I have had several occasions to be very formal. So this particular camp, when I joined in 2003, I never thought I'll be here in 2026 also as probably an extended member of this particular family. Really, beautiful 23 years, almost 15 years with Amrita, and still with Amrita, and still with Amrita Vidyalayam, not directly but indirectly. So when I was talking to somebody, they was telling there is no retirement for Amrita people because Amma doesn't give retirement. That's what they said. So you're all always going to be an extended part of this particular family. So coming to the paper presentation, I know our cultural camp happens somewhere in the month of April. You know, from January onwards, practical examinations, then your preparation for your annual examinations, board examinations, etc., 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 the associated duties and responsibilities. Then our own school students' examinations, paper correction, which I really miss nowadays, you know, putting one round in red pen, I really miss that. And with that work, and this cultural camp also comes, and they tell you to write an essay on Karma Yoga. Pretty difficult, most misunderstood topic in the history of Bhagavad Gita, I should say that, because Bhagavad Gita itself is very badly misinterpreted text. Because it is very safe to do that, because such a beautiful text, if people start following it up, the world will become a better place. Can we allow that? So, there is one set of people, who are constantly talking about Bhagavad Gita in the wrong manner and project it in the wrong manner. So my first humble request for all of you, when you refer your Google Mama, Uncle, or ChatGPT, or any books, there are more books against Bhagavad Gita than for. So you should choose the right book and the right author to understand the concept of Bhagavad Gita. Please remember this. If you have difficulties, you have a lot of stalwarts here. So you can just talk to them and then find out, am I getting the right content? And then you can talk on that. Fine. I heard from Mrs. Premalata, who happened to be my colleague right from 2003. And she told me there was an enormous number of papers, and that too from lot of new faculty who have joined recently in Amrita. So I think that you people deserve a big clap from all of us, because the first step is participating in the event, writing. So somebody said, Karma Yoga tells me, first I participate, whether I will get selected or not is not my problem, because I have understood Karma Yoga very well. Then, if at all I get selected, my duty is to present it to the best of my ability. I'm not going to be worried about the result, and many of you may be getting a very, very, very positive result also. So that also, lot of new faces, because I've been in this, except during the pandemic time, I've been a part of this paper presentation, and lot of new faces coming and talking about Karma Yoga, which is a very, very difficult chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So again, hats off to you all. Now, I have a few comments. We had paper presentation in English,
we also had paper presentation in Tamil. I felt the Tamil presentation was pretty good. Not that I am commenting on English presentations. Some of the English presentations were very, very good. And Tamil, almost all of them were pretty good for the simple reason that Tamil happens to be your mother tongue. So the ease with which you interpret subtle aspects of Bhagavad Gita, it is far, far easier to express in a language which is very, very dear to you. But though most of the Bhagavad Gita lectures by famous stalwarts of Bhagavad Gita, they are all in English. So what can we do? You can't remove English. I used to hear in Kumbakonam all the lectures only in Tamil. But now when I switch on the YouTube, all the lectures are in English. So there is a shift. So you can't get away from English. So the only trump card is improve your communication in English. And I was just thinking, as a math teacher, when we are talking about number system, the language what you require is fairly simple. But we go to 11th and 12th standard and talk about limit continuity, the language also needs to be subtle. So you need to learn the nuances of the language very well in English, almost closer to Tamil. So not that nowadays people are very well versed in Tamil also. I have a lot of, concern. And in Tamil Nadu, people don't talk in Tamil. That's a problem. And right now, including me. So, get that nuances of the language so that subtler concepts can be attacked only by the understanding the nuances of the language. So I don't want to say that you should go to the Shashi Tharoor's level, but a very good command over the language. Then you will be able to express thoughts of Bhagavad Gita, like Karma Yoga. And of course, Bhakti Yoga is going to be far, far easier. Then Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga is not going to be that easy. So you need that language skills. So my dear teachers, we are having all English medium schools. So English happens to be the medium of instruction and medium of communication. So the primost importance for all the teachers except the language teachers is to improve your communication skills. Then you will be able to stand here and then you will be able to express what you want. So you understood the concept of Karma Yoga very well, but the language comes in between you and the thought process. And so that's my humble request. And in Tamil also, I have a few comments. See, if you chant a Bhagavad Gita sloka without proper pronunciation, I can understand. I don't know, you have an excuse. I don't know Sanskrit, ma'am. But Tamil is your mother tongue. Our pronunciation in Tamil is pretty bad. Better accept that. I don't see a Malayali talking bad Malayalam, but I see Tamil, literally killing the language. So, Yagaram, gone. Lagaram, gone. Nagaram, gone. Nagaram, gone. So everything, Lagaram, so much of mixing is happening. So as not the Tamil teachers alone, all the teachers whose mother tongue is Tamil, take some effort to improve your Tamil pronunciation so that next time, probably, every time when I come here, sitting in an AC hall for several hours, I develop some problems also. So after going home, especially last time, both the sessions came within a gap of one day. So I thought to myself last year that when Muralidharan phones up and tells me, please come for the paper presentation, I should say no. And like expected, Muralidharan phoned me up and said, ma'am, you are going to be one of the judges for the paper presentation. And even without a second thought, I said yes. And that is the power of Amrita, and that is the power of Gita. So I take this opportunity. Don't just leave it here, either on a daily basis, or on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis. Go back to this and then enhance your knowledge so that next time when you come, you will be able to present far, far, far better and far, far more profound. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. Amrita Vidyalayam, you are doing a great job. Today I am able to come and talk about these things because the it was because of Amma's grace. She gave that, the seed was sown in Kumbakonam, but she gave the right environment for it to sprout. So thank you all once again. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. All the best. You all, so they say, no, winning is an event and being a winner is a spirit. So you are all winners. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us for all these 3 days, for your patience and for fine-tuning us. Your smile gives a great positive vibe for us, ma'am. You are one of the reasons to attend our camp. Thank you, ma'am. At this juncture, we extend our thanks to Nanjanji also for being with us. 3 days. We heard, do your work and leave the results to the God. Now, Dr. Premlata, academic advisor, is our goddess because the results are in our hands. I request Premlata ma'am to declare the prizes for the paper presentations.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble pranams to everyone present here. Like now we are here to honor our esteemed Amrita Vidyalayam teachers who have illuminated the timeless wisdom of Karmayogam through their insightful paper presentation, who explored and who reflected the powerful journey of being a karmi to becoming a karma yogi. I think I request our revered Pujya Swami Sivamritananda Puri ji to come over to the dais. May I request our beloved correspondent Swamini Amma, Swamini Bhakti Priya Amrita Prana ji to come over to the dais. I kindly request our Swamini Mukta Amrita Prana ji to come over to the dais, please. I request our educational officer. Dear friends, I think, we got around 137 participants were there for the English paper presentation, and out of which we shortlisted only the best 10. And in Tamil, we got around 106 participants were there. So overall, 243 papers were presented, and in that 20 of them were shortlisted. Out of that 20, I think all the 20, they really did a good job. Out of which, for English, I would like to call upon from Erode Amrita Vidyalayam, Teacher Mayuka of Amrita Vidyalayam Erode, who presented the paper on Understanding the Interdependent Universal Cycle. May I request Teacher Mayuka to come out to the dais, please. Please give a big round of applause. Mayuka ma'am has got the 3rd place. Her topic was Understanding the Interdependent Universal Cycle. The 2nd place goes to AV Trichy, Teacher K. Muthu Pandishwari. Teacher K. Muthu Pandishwari from AV Trichy. Topic is Karmi to Karma Yogi, the transformation. Teacher K. Muthu Pandishwari from Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy. Topic Karmi to Karma Yogi, the transformation. Gets the 2nd place. And the 1st place goes to Teacher S. Purnima from Amrita Vidyalayam Tirupur. Again on the topic Karmi to Karma Yogi, the transformation. First place goes to Amrita Vidyalayam Tirupur. Teacher S. Purnima, who has done on the topic Karmi to Karma Yogi, the transformation. Out of 10 papers in Tamil, I think the third place goes to AVE Road. Teacher Kritika, on the topic Karmi to Karma Yogi, the transformation. I like to call upon Kritika ma'am from AVE Road, who bags the third place. Second place goes to AV Ettimadai. Teacher Vanilla, who presented the paper on the topic Importance of Role Modeling, bags the second place. Teacher Vanilla from Amrita Vidyalayam Ettimadai takes the second place, who did on the topic Importance of Role Modeling. And the first place goes to Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy, Teacher Meenakshi Kandil, on the topic Karmi to Karma Yogi. First place goes to Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy, Teacher Meenakshi Kandil, for the topic Karmi to Karma Yogi. We would like to congratulate all the participants and the winners who took us to a long journey to made us experience that. So we wish that next time we would like to have more participants. Rather, we expect that every one of us should also be a participant next time. So I thank everyone for this opportunity. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
Ma'am, please declare the prizes for participants also. The certificates for the prizes. I request our correspondent, Swami Bhakti Priyamrita Prana, to give the certificates to the participants, those who have presented their paper presentation.
We request our Swamini Niranjanamrita Prana also to come over to the dais, please. I request all our Samnyamas to be here to encourage the participants. I would like to call upon Teacher S. Gita from Amrita Vidyalayam Ettimadai, Teacher Shaila Shri K. from Nallampalayam, Teacher Praveena from AV Nallampalayam, Teacher B. Srinithi from Kalapatti, Teacher E. Manorama from Erode, Mr. Bhaskaran from AV Trichy, Teacher S. Rajalakshmi from AV Trichy, Teacher Sugapriya from AV Madurai, Teacher Shalini from AV Tirupur, Teacher Raghavendran from AV Erode, Teacher Satyabhama from Madurai, Mr. Muruga Prasad from AVCAO, Teacher Saravanan from AV Madurai, Once again, we wish to congratulate the participants and the prize winners. Om Namah Shivaya.
We also request Sri Raghupati from Kalapatti to receive his certificate. Thank you, Premlata ma'am. One more surprise awaits you, teachers. Art forms are the simplest way of learning our culture. A hearty appreciation to all the participants of cultural events for their soulful and skillful presentations. You can give a louder appreciation. I request Ms. Chandani, KG Coordinator, to announce the encouragement prize for the culturals.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. My humble pranams to respected dignitaries and everyone present here. First, our heartfelt appreciations to all the participants of the culturals who have put in great effort and enthusiasm for the cultural program. Your dedication and team spirit made the event truly meaningful. It's now time to announce the results of the cultural program held during CEC 2026. Before that, we would like to especially appreciate AV Kalapatti team for 3 consecutive years. All the teachers from AV Kalapatti have actively participated in the cultural program. We truly appreciate their enthusiasm, dedication, and team spirit. We would also like to make an important note that this is not a competition, it is an encouragement prize given to appreciate participation, effort, and collective spirit. So the results are based on the observations made by our judges from AVCO team, Srimati Nalini Priya and Sri Muruvadiyal sir. So this year, the encouragement prize is awarded to, any guesses? Louder? Yeah, it goes to AV Nallampalayam team for their wonderful performance. Congratulations, team. I now humbly request Swami Chidananda Amrita Chaitanya ji to kindly present the encouragement prize to the AV Nallampalayam team. I invite AV Nallampalayam administrators to please come forward and receive the prize.
Congratulations to AV Nallampalayam and team. Thank you, Swamiji. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Chandni ma'am. I request Sri Shiva Prashant, Academic Coordinator, to announce the results for the quiz program.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amriteshwari Namaha. It gives me immense pleasure to master the quiz program and also announce its results. As the results have already been out, I would not like to waste any time. So let me call the winners of the quiz. Before that, I would like to humbly request Swamini Bhakti Priyamrita Prana, our correspondent, Swamini Muktamrita Prana and Swamini Niranjanamrita Prana to come on to the dais to give away the prizes. Third prize goes to AV Nallampalayam, Ms. Shanti Durga, Ms. Nandini, Ms. Ramya, and Ms. Arul Jyoti Lakshmi. Scoring 50 points, a total of 10 rounds, 58 questions, plus 25 in the written quiz. Of the 450 participants, 20 participants alone were selected to be on stage. And here we have AV Nallampalayam bagging the third prize with 50 points. Kindly collect the certificates as a team. As quiz competition, second prize goes to AV Ettimadai and Madurai. Ms. Binduleka from Ettimadai, Ms. Divya from Ettimadai, and Ms. Satyabama and Ms. Jayalakshmi from Madurai. Please come on to the stage. Leading with 53 points. The first prize goes to AV Erode and Tirupur. From Erode we have Vadivakarasi ma'am and Madheshwari ma'am, and from Tirupur Dharani Priya ma'am and Mr. Adiyaman sir. Please come forward, teachers. They have bagged the first position with 60 points. 3 full days of power-packed sessions. These participants have paid enough attention to win such prizes. Our hearty appreciation to the winners. We have team AV Erode and Tirupur now on stage, collecting the first prize. A certificate of merit is being given to all the prize winners. We'd also like to appreciate the other participants, Team Trichy, Ms. Deepa, Ms. Satyapriya, Ms. Alamelu Mangai, and Ms. Rajakumari ma'am. Kindly come forward to collect the participation certificates from the dignitaries. And AV Kalapatti as well, Ms. Ramya, Ms. Vinodini, Ms. Sandhya, and Ms. Mohana Priya. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, Amma. Next, we would like to give away the participation certificates for the Cultural Education Camp 2026. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, Amma. Next, to distribute the participation certificates, I humbly request Brahmachari Chidanandamrita Chaitanya ji to join us on the stage. I also request our Education Officer, Shri Muralidharan, to accompany Swamiji in distributing the participation certificates of all the teachers to their respective administrators. To begin with, I invite Amrita Vidyalayam Nallampalayam Principal, Ms. Mangair Karasi, onto the stage to collect the participation certificates of more than 100 participants from her school. To mention, they have also bagged another prize in cultural performance. We sincerely appreciate all the participants. Next, we would like to invite Ms. Sigapi, Headmistress, Amrita Vidyalayam Tirupur, to collect the certificates on behalf of her participants. Followed by Tirupur, I would like to invite Ms. Maladi, Headmistress, Amrita Vidyalayam Tiruchirappalli, to collect the participant certificates of her teachers. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Saroja, Principal Amrita Vidyalayam Kalapatti, to collect the participation certificates of her teachers from the dignitaries. Next, I humbly invite Ms. Jayachitra, Principal Amrita Vidyalayam Erode, to collect the participation certificates on behalf of her teachers. It is indeed appreciable. Next, I would like to invite Shri Nedumaran, Principal Amrita Vidyalayam Ettimadai, to collect the certificates. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Satyabama, in charge, Amrita Vidyalayam Madurai, to collect the certificates on behalf of her team. And finally, we have 3 teachers from Tirunelveli who are attending slot 1. I request one of the teachers to come forward and collect the certificates. Apart from the schools, this time we had 5 little kids also attending the Cultural Education Camp 2026, which was totally unexpected. Fortunately, listening to such divine words definitely adds to their punya. I humbly invite Kumari Kavishri from Amrita Vidyalayam Nallampalayam to collect the participation certificate from the dignitaries on the stage. Followed by Sanvik from Amrita Vidyalayam Erode, Lakshana from Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy, Diksa Seshaini from Trichy, Kids are good at posing, especially the Gen Z kids. Okay, such a smart kid. And finally, Kumaran Abhishek from Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy. Master Abhishek has managed to be here for 3 days in spite of an injury in his right leg. And that's the spirit. He doesn't show any pain. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, sir. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Siva sir. One of the roles of Karma Yogi is to share the things and his ideas among others to elevate others. I request Sri Muralidharan, our education officer, a true Karma Yogi who has dedicated his life for Jnana Yogam, to give the concluding remarks.
Om Namah Shivaya. These 3 days, we have been intensely listening, churning, assimilating the core principles of Karma Yogam as given by the divine, the Paramatma, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. When we took up this topic, the logic was, it has been given as a topic for Swadhyaya in schools. So all of you are very familiar with it and you would do justice, and you have really done justice. Why we have kept this? Teachers have to transform from karmis to karma yogis. Why? A karma yogi has a clear vision, a clear goal, and a karma yogi walks a path. And here the karma yogi declares, Mama karmam is my path. My karmam is my path that is going to lead me to the goal of my life. That conviction is there with the karma yogi. A karma yogi is a dharmika. And teachers have to be dharmikas. Their number may be 5, 100 may be karmis and adharmikas. No problem. Don't be disheartened. With the 5, the support of the Parampurul is there. The divinity is there. Therefore, the teachers have to be dharmikas, and you have to help your children to imbibe such Devi Sampada, such good qualities, so that they should become dharmikas in future. How many became very successful in their respective careers in future? That is not very relevant. How many became dharmikas? That should be the count. Because Sanatanam will remain Sanatanam. But what guarantee is there that Sanatani remains? Sanatani should also remain. Sanatanam, the eternal principles will always be there. But who will appreciate those things if Sanatani is not there, if Dharmika is not there? When Dharmikas are there, dharma samrakshanam will take place. For that, Krishna came to the battlefield with Arjuna. So, being a dharmika is a choiceless choice for the teachers. This we have to understand. Often we fall back because all our importance is given to Purul. I was asking Nedumaran sir what is the meaning of the word Purul. He told it is object. Puri, in the Purul and the Purul that we talk, we are all after objects, materials. Materialism is carving, is eating the vitals of the society all over the world, and especially that is eating the vitals of Indian society also. See, we have been a nation given so much of importance to Param, not the Purul. We know Purul is a temporary expression of the Param. My appeal, our appeal, Amrita Vidyalayam's appeal, Amma's appeal is that every teacher should hold on to that Param. Purul will be taken care of, because a dharmika doesn't have a feeling of insecurity. Take from my words. A dharmika doesn't have a feeling of insecurity, because it is an assurance. Yogatshemam vahamyaham. It is his pledge, his promise. If we believe in that, you need not have so much of anxieties, depression, frustration, taking care of the Purul. Hold on to the Param. That is more important. That is why Karma Yoga. And the last, a Karma Yogi is an excellent person, is a matured person. We cannot have mediocrity. Entertaining mediocrity doesn't go in line with the Karma Yoga. All of us, as teachers, as students, as parents, should promote merit in this country, not recommendation and reservations. Merit should shine, perfection should shine. Krishna made Arjuna a perfect instrument. Excellence cannot be compromised. A Karma Yogi works tirelessly for excellence, because a Karma Yogi, he or she has a goal. What is the goal? Loka samgrahame vapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. That is the goal. And that is the goal of education. We should hold our population together, our resources together, our country together. 1947, when partition happened, Jnana Yogam was there, Raja Yogam was there, Bhakti Yogam was there, Dhyana Yogam was there, Japa Yogam was there, Hatha Yogam was there, Karma Yogam was there. But what happened? The nation was split into components. So, we should understand this. Holding together and leading our population in harmony, that Loka Samgraham is the goal of the Karma Yogi. This 3 days program gives you this message. Loka Samgraham is the duty of the teacher. It is the duty of the teacher. When we do that, dharmikas will emerge. And that is the entire purpose of spending 3 days of valuable resources with all the blessings and good thoughts of revered Swamis and others. We have spent 3 days. And this episode is going to continue for 2 more days. This year we have 3 days of 3 chapters. Chapter 1 here, this time concluding. Chapter 2 on 29th evening, we are starting. And chapter 3, first time in Chennai, our engineering college, we are going to have another 450 members there. With this, may Amma's blessings be on all of us. If she is spending every minute meeting people, hugging people, taking care of their things, She stands for Sanatana Dharma. She wants to see that each one of us, Amma's Makkal, they are dharmikas. Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable message. Why should we feel insecure, sir, when Lal Muralidhara is with us? We work tirelessly to fulfill the vision of our Amma. Thank you, sir. Those who praise with gratitude grow in strength and prosperity. I call upon Srimati Sudha, Primary Headmistress of Amrita Vidyalayam Nallampalayam, to propose vote of thanks.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. My humble pranams at the love-bounded lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru, Mata Amritanandamayi Devi Ji. My pranams to all the Swamini Ammas and Swamijis here. And my pranams to all the dignitaries. Let me start with a profound message of Amma. Whatever work we do, if we do it with love and dedication, it becomes a form of worship. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this memorable Cultural Education Camp 2026. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to our revered management and our correspondent, Swamini Bhakti Priyamrita Pranaji, for the constant guidance, vision, and encouragement that made this camp a grand success. I extend my sincere thanks to our respected managers, Swamini Muktamrita Pranaji and Swamini Niranjanamrita Pranamma, for their invaluable support and leadership throughout the event. We are deeply grateful to the top management of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham for their continuous encouragement and commitment towards educational and cultural excellence. My special thanks go to all the resource persons, Swamiji Ramakrishnananda Puri Ji, Brahmachari Chidanandamrita Chaitanya Ji, Srimati Rani Ravindran, Swamiji Ramanandamrita Chaitanya Ji, Swamiji Purnamritananda Puri, Sri Ramana Bharati Ji, Brahmachari Atma Prakashamrita Chaitanya Ji, Swamiji Chaitanyananda Ji, Sri Ashok P. Das, and Swamiji Sivamritananda Puri Ji, Sri Nandan Ji, and Srimati Sundari Ma'am, whose knowledge, experience, and inspiring sessions enriched this camp immensely. I would also like to thank our yoga instructor for guiding us towards physical and mental well-being through dedicated sessions. A heartfelt appreciation to the event management department, especially Sri Ajit Kumar Ji, Sri Mahesh, Sri Pandi, and the entire team for their meticulous planning and flawless execution of the program. We gratefully acknowledge the central kitchen staff led by Sri Selvanji for providing delicious and timely meals to all participants. Our sincere thanks to Sri Vijay Kumar Ji for efficiently managing the tea and snack supply through the canteen services. I extend my gratitude to our education officer, Sri Muralidharan Sir, and our academic advisor, Dr. Premalata Ma'am, for their valuable support and encouragement. Special thanks to Team AVCAO for their coordination and teamwork in making this event successful. I also wish to thank all the principals of AV institutions from Trichy, Madurai, Ettimadai, Nallampalayam, Tirupur, Kalapatti, and Erode for their presence and support here. My appreciation goes to the volunteers and organizing committee from AVCAO and AV Ettimadai for their tireless efforts behind the scenes. A big thank you to all the participants whose enthusiasm and active involvement truly brought life to this camp. Lastly, I extend our sincere gratitude to all the support staff of Amrita Vidyapeetham, AV Ettimadai, and the drivers whose dedicated service ensured the smooth functioning of the entire event. As we conclude this enriching camp, let us carry home the essence of Karma Yoga and perform the duty of teacher with dedication, sincerity, and selflessness, and transform ourselves from karmis to karma yogis. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this wonderful journey and making the Cultural Education Camp 2026 a grand success. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
So kind of you, Sudha ma'am. Now let us all raise up for Shanti Mantra. Teachers, after Shanti Mantra, please wait and get prasadam from our Swamiji.
Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.